Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome back to my channel Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video I am going to be talking about how sometimes a feeling of powerlessness can often be mistaken for panic or a panic attack. So this is a very interesting conversation actually. My healing team and my spirit guides brought this to my attention a good while ago, where I just kept seeing these videos of people talking about their panic attack and kind of what had triggered it. And when I went into it and had a look, it was actually powerlessness. And this has been something that I had struggled with as well, trying to identify my emotions because I hadn't been very good at identifying what the emotion was. And particularly in the case of powerlessness, there is a lot of different emotions involved and there's a lot of different sensations involved, and panic is one of them. And it can look like a panic attack, it can feel like a panic attack, but it's not actually panic, it is powerlessness. So I'll give you an example because this did happen to me. It was actually during the time where there was masks and whatnot, and I was going into the supermarket, and at the time it didn't feel right for me to be wearing one because I felt like it was giving my power away. So a gentleman came up to me and told me that I had to wear one, and I got triggered almost straight away because in that moment he had taken away my choice and was basically ordering me around and telling me what I had to do. And I got super triggered, and usually when something like this happens, my first reaction would be to cry. In this instance, I was so proud of myself, I actually managed to stand up for myself and say something back. But then when he left, it was basically really triggered. There was lots of emotions coming up for me. My legs were shaking, my heart was racing, and my breath was really shallow. It felt like a panic attack, and I had to go outside and sit down. And when I sat down with it, I just went into my heart to kind of regulate my emotions because I had gone into like a fear response. And I sat with it and I stayed in my heart and just continued to breathe until my nervous system calmed down and I could regulate myself because I was in a state of hyper arousal. And when that happens, your cognitive functions, like your higher thought patterns and reasoning, just basically shuts down. So when I was able to calm everything down and think clearly, I could sit with myself and then go through the emotions. And there are many different emotions that came up in this instance, panic being one of them. And had I not looked further, had I not sat with this, I would have thought it was a panic attack. But I sat with it further, identified the different emotions that came up, and continued to kind of process it out until I got to the bottom of it, which was powerlessness. Because like I'd said, he had taken away my choice and was telling me to do something without giving me a choice type thing. So that's what the trigger was for me, and it was in relation to old childhood wounds and trauma and things like that. So I just wanted to highlight this, that this might be something that you are going through, and it might be like it's very debilitating when it happens. It's very overwhelming when these emotions come up to the surface. It's very difficult to think because you just go into that fight or flight response. And I wanted to put this out there in case you are struggling with this, to help you identify your emotions if this is something that you are going through. I've also written a poem about actually this exact experience that I had and all the different sensations and emotions that I moved through. And I'm going to link that in the description box, as well as a video of where I just read out the poem. So it's up to you which medium you'd like to choose to have a look at that. I'll leave both of those in the description box. But yeah, this was something that I just wanted to highlight and bring to your attention, to your awareness, in case you are going through something similar. Because if you stop at the panic attack, and don't delve down in further, you're not going to be able to release the energy, and it's still just going to be there and stuck in your system. So yeah, this is why I wanted to make this video, to make you aware of this, in case this is an energy that you are struggling with processing and with sitting with. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if you feel like sharing, and otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.